This is the second of our two-part series on the experience of Disney-loving seniors at Disney parks in 2025. We asked over 95,000 members of the Disney for Seniors Facebook group for the second year in a row the following question. If you had 5 minutes with Josh D., what one thing would you tell him that would improve the experience of seniors in Disney parks? Hi, it's Dan from Nancy and Dan Travel to Disney and the founders of the original Disney for Seniors Facebook group. This is our second annual survey on the experience at Disney parks by arguably the largest demographic group by age of Disney parks guests, seniors. Right up front, it should be noted that Disney does not provide any park discounts at either of its 2 Disney resort theme parks in the USA. In part 1 of this, our second annual survey of Disney-loving seniors' experience in Disney parks, we covered many topics which were raised by seniors, including seniors' experience with Disney's Lightning Lane offerings, Disney parks experience complexity, the absence of celebrating seniors in any way at Disney parks, the impact of certain Disney services and magic which have been taken away by Disney, options for different park admission offerings for seniors, and much, much more. We will put a link to part 1 of our second annual Disney Park survey at the end of this part 2 video for you. In this part 2, we will cover those aspects raised by senior survey which relate to the aspect of Disney Park experience by those with health or medical challenges. While Nancy and I do have direct experience going to Disney parks with a family member that has health and mobility challenges, we are by no means experts. The issues raised were done so by the survey respondents themselves, not by Nancy or myself. Additionally, the issues and experiences identified herein are in their own words, using their own comments submitted to our survey. If you have similar or different aspects to your own Disney parks experience, after watching this video, please take a few minutes to add your own voice to how Disney parks experience can be improved for you. With that said, let's begin part 2. We now turn to one aspect of humans that, as we age, impacts our day-to-day living, and attending a Disney theme park is no exception. As humans age, our stamina and health will at some point deteriorate. Father Time always wins. Always. So this collection of suggestions from seniors goes to the heart of how we, older adults and seniors, experience Disney parks and how Disney can directly improve that experience for its senior guests. Stephanie and Kathy suggested that more ECVs, also known as scooters, be made available to rent at Disney parks. These mobility assisting vehicles tend to be fully rented many days early in the morning. With scooters at Disney parks frequently being rented in the early morning, Janet said it best when she commented, "It would be nice if seniors could reserve scooters ahead of time, instead of the first-come, first-served method they have now, especially if you park hop and risk not having one available at the second park." Now this could be a real-time update for each park in the Walt Disney World and Disneyland apps. Many seniors in our survey echoed the same suggestion to Disney, including Kathy, Sarah, David, and William. Continuing with scooters and ECVs for rent at Disney parks, several seniors responding to our survey had another great idea. William said it best when he commented, "To inform disability customers at the time of entering the car park if there is not any disability scooters available to hire. This would save the disabled the cost of parking the car, struggling to the hire, to find out there isn't any and having to turn around and leave. Maybe people could even purchase or reserve the scooter hire at the point of entering the car park to take the stress of wondering if there's one available," he concluded. Sarah said this, "A notification if all scooters are rented out. Granted, I get there at rope drop, but sometimes I'd like to know if they are available if we decide later. They should be able to add some kind of availability on the app for each park. I bet they track these vehicles." David added, "It would be nice to know about the scooter available. I think they have fewer scooters since they were replaced. Disney does not own the scooters, so maybe they cut back to keep the cost down. Anna Maria added, have more motor vehicles for people with disabilities. Bettina finished with saying, less expensive scooter rentals. Next up, Disney theme park parking lot experience. Top. William starts us off, again adding another great idea on this topic. He states, also change the people carrier to include a stop at the disabled area at Magic Kingdom, as often there are not any complimentary wheelchairs available and some disabled people cannot walk from the car park to the security, and even if they manage to get there, once again, complimentary wheelchairs are not always available and staff are too busy or unwilling to assist and made that. David said, I have made that very long, very hard walk more than once. I have to stop several times from the disabled parking, under the road, and back up the incline before I ever make it to the ticket windows. Once I was placed on a waiting list. I arrived around 10 a.m. They sent me a text 45 minutes before the park closing asking if I still want. Really? 45 minutes before park close. William, the same thing happened to us, David, and it's no fun for my wife who has arthritis and is 72. To be pushed by me in a wheelchair in 40-plus degree heat is not great. Of course, that'd be 40 degrees Celsius. So either they need to inform people before they park their cars or purchase more electric scooters. I also think adding one more stop at the disabled car parking area would not cause an issue and would benefit so many. Kelly, consider expanding transportation for those with scooters and wheelchairs. This includes finding better accommodations to get from the parking spot to the entrance or to the ticket transfer center. Larry, a larger handicap parking area. Are we sensing a theme here? From December through March when I vacation, unless you arrive early, the handicap parking lot is full. Next up, inside Disney Park wheelchair ECV scooter experiences. Nancy starts us off. Place the ECV rental stations closer to the main gates. It is a really long walk from the parking lot bus lot to the stations, especially at Epcot and Animal Kingdom. Joanne, more wheelchair accessible attractions for the young and old that don't require transfers from the ECV or scooter or wheelchair into a ride vehicle. You keep taking them away with no replacement. Katie, I'd also suggest designated lanes for wheelchairs and scooters to ensure pedestrian safety. Carol, stroller and scooter lanes. I am forever getting cut in front of or my wheels being run into. I don't walk the fastest. It would be nice to walk without having to navigate these. I may one day use a scooter and I would be fine with using a designated lane. Terry, a wheelchair or scooter or golf cart rescue at the far end of the park for seniors who thought they could manage the park, but give out far from David. David said this, you are spot on and I cannot but laugh reading your input. I think maybe a little lower on the age. I am not quite 70 yet, but I am unable to walk as much as I used to, and it is difficult for me to transfer from my scooter to a broken down Disney wheelchair. I also have issues with closed confined spaces and stay close to both regular and emergency exits. I also turned both of my daughters into such Disney freaks that they joined me as cast members at Walt Disney World. Oh, and we do spend the money each and everyone's bag. Next, separate buses for mobility scooters, wheelchairs. Kelly when she said, this was suggested by Kelly when she said, have separate buses for mobility scooters and wheelchairs and their parties. It would benefit everyone. And as an aside, I have to mention that this comment from Kelly received a tremendous amount of likes on the survey. From Next, the next collection of comments received to our second annual survey on the experience of Disney-loving seniors at Disney parks concerns the Disability Access Service, also known as the DAS Pass. Once again, to remind you, Nancy and I are not by any means expert in this area. These are the actual words used by those who responded to our survey of seniors at Disney parks. The rules and eligibility was changed by Disney. Conjecture has that the change was made because too many park guests were abusing the former rules and eligibility. However, based on the comments received, it would appear that the new rules are not working for Disney's most accuracy statement. If there are inaccuracies stated in their comments, perhaps it is because communication on the new rules, the new process, Disability Access Service or DAS Pass system is not working. Richard starts us off. Bring back the old DAS Pass rules and eligibility. Both my wife and I have very difficult time standing for so long. David. Or have medical personnel make these decisions. I will gladly supply documentation, David continues. What do regular cast members know about anyone's medical issues? Would be nice if they lasted more than Barbie. Disability passes for arthritics, knee and hip transplants. Helene. Unfortunately, they got rid of the old DAS Pass rules just because of the money. They want you to purchase lightning lanes. I know some abused it, but there were lots of real disabilities. You do qualify to return to line. I use that because I no longer qualify for the new DAS. David. I have not tried to obtain the new DAS since they changed the rules. I do not want some high school graduate with no medical training second-guessing my doctors on their diagnosis. Between severe arthritis and degenerative disc disease and other health issues, I do not want some hourly cast member making my medical decisions. I am constantly looking for and staying close to the exits, even while on attractions. Helene again. I know I do not give too much information when asking, but I have had a few nasty cast members. David again. I have heard that from more than one person, Helene. You would think that the way they act, that Disney docks their pay for each DAS they approve. Maybe that is one of the work requirements. Must have a nasty disposition. Sandy. First and foremost, I love Disney, she starts. Generally speaking, I think it is very well run. I appreciate that very much. What I do not appreciate is that after 20 years of needing and having a disability pass, I was denied. I have genuine health issues. I am truly handicapped. I do not understand the tightening of restrictions on DAS passes since many non-handicapped people were abusing the privilege. That was disgusting. But for someone like me who genuinely needs a pass since I suffered a stroke a few years ago and who cannot walk unassisted, it is a nightmare to be denied. I have multiple health issues. I wish Disney would reevaluate the current DAS program and make it dependent on doctor recommendation so that people like me could get DAS again. David, I am more than willing to bring my doctor's notes and proof that I am a walking soup sandwich. I use a scooter and a cane, but there are a lot of times I cannot walk without assistance either. Holly. Allow grandparents to be part of the DAS family when traveling with grandchildren to allow the group to be a total of 6 again. We had this last year on our first visit, and now, upon return, it is extremely difficult to navigate 2 grandparents requiring scooters with a family of 4, of which 1 child is level 3 autism. He is not going to understand why our group has to split this year, and not all will be riding together. Often, the grandparents are not able to manage the autistic child through the queue without the assistance of the parents. If we were able to just have the 2 kids ride with the 2 grandparents while the 2 parents did not ride. We are struggling to figure out how to make this work for our family of 6 traveling for our second trip to Walt Disney World in September. If you are finding the results of our second annual Disney Park survey, it would be very helpful if you could please remember to click on the like button so this video will be shared to more Disney-loving fans. Thank you very much. Let's now continue with a topic near and dear to my heart when we bring our own special needs adult family members to Disney parks. Mary starts us off. I would like to see more accessible or family bathrooms. I would try to double the number they have now. Because I need to use a scooter to get around, the accessible bathrooms are important to me. Getting the door open can be a challenge as well. If there was a way to keep the doors open when the bathroom is not in use, that would be fantastic. Linda, maybe automatic doors could be the answer. Pam, more important, please install grab bars in all Disney resorts and in Disney parks bathrooms. Gina, this for sure. I have to wait to use the stalls with the grab bars because the toilets are so low. I know replacing the toilets with higher ones will cost way more than installing safety bars, or even just installing one in all bathroom stalls. That will help us out tremendously. Handicap stalls have become family stalls and people in there for a long time while their kids use the toilets. I don't need extra space in my situation, just a grab bar. Pam continued, I agree. I also wait for the handicap stall with one knee and one hip replaced and the other hip and knee waiting to be replaced. I really want the grab bars in all resort tubs and showers. With all the resort refurbs that Disney does, why can't safety bars be a priority? They don't cost that much. Seems like they care more for installing soap dispensers than grab bars. In part 1 of this 2-part series on the Disney Park experience by seniors, there was an extremely large number of comments provided by those who responded to the absence of sufficient seating in Disney parks. 2 of the comments submitted were saved for this part 2, as follows. Wendy, I'm 64 and my mom is 89. We come every few years. We would love having designated senior and handicap benches throughout the park. She refuses scooters, so we spend a lot of time looking for somewhere to sit. Linda, I use a rollator to travel the parks. One of the reasons is that it has a seat and if I need to sit down, I can pull over and sit anywhere. It is really easy to maneuver in all the resort showers. Please do consider subscribing to this, the only YouTube channel focusing exclusively on Disney travel for older adults and seniors in groups, so that you may. Additionally, please do share this video with your own friends and family and have them watch it. Share it on your own Facebook page or other social media, and share it on other Disney fan-related Facebook groups that you may belong to. The more we can publicize the need of seniors, and in here, part 2 of Disney Park guests with mobility or physical challenges, the more likely that changes will be made to improve the experience of everyone at Disney parks. Now, please remember to add a comment to this video of your own ideas, how your experience and the experience of seniors in Disney theme parks can be improved. It will help a lot if you can take a minute or two to do that right now. As promised, here is the link to part 1 video of our second annual survey of long documentary type video. It is a long documentary type video because Disney-loving seniors had a lot to say. As well, here is a link to one of our Disney travel-related playlists for older adults and seniors. Thank you so much for watching and helping to spread the awareness of Disney's most loyal consumers decade after decade, seniors. We do hope you have a magical